I'm here at the Center in Orlando, and I am speaking with Randy Stevens, who is the Executive Director of the Center. Thank you for agreeing to meet with me this morning.
It's an honor to be here with you.
Well, thanks. And what I'd like to talk to you about today is to learn a little bit more about what the Center is, and just in general terms, what does the Center do here in Orlando?
Well, it's the Center, we call it the Center. The full name is the GLBT Community Center of Central Florida. And it's so encompassing on that, we just shorten it to the Center. But our goal is to improve the quality of life for members of the LGBT community. And we do that through education, through support, through advocacy, and for following with resources. So we do a little bit of everything here. We the only place in Central Florida that you can get HIV testing 7 days a week. Matter of fact, there's only 2 places in the whole state of Florida that you can do that. It's free and it's rapid testing. We also have several 12-step programs, for example, AA, Rainbow, Anonymous, etc. But then we have all these support groups, from everything ranging from youth to coming out to, we've just started a seniors program because they've been one of the groups that's been ignored for so long. We also have support groups for transgenders for different phases. We have several women's groups. So it's a wide variety, and the things we really wanted to concentrate on, because for so long it was considered a men's only group. So we've emphasized on bringing in more involvement with minorities, with females, and with seniors.
I see. Well, now, so that's an interesting point. I mean, you're serving all different ages here. In a typical month, how many people do you think are served by the Center?
Well, we average 77 meetings a month here. Annually, we have over 15,000 people come through our doors, and that's either for the testing, HIV testing, or for one of the meetings, or we've had town hall groups. For example, we've done 3 town hall meetings dealing with Black and Latino LGBTs. Again, it's an area that doesn't get a lot of concentration, and we emphasize the fact of the church's involvement with those communities, because it's very, very important. We've had some of the ministers especially from the Black community, come and speak, and trying to listen to their side, but also have them listen to our stories too.
Well, now, you've been active in the LGBTQ community here in Orlando for quite some time.
Longer than I like to admit to, but okay.
Well, and I'm curious, kind of separating yourself for a moment from the Center, just you as an individual. Of course, the website that this will be posted to is called Pride Counts. And if you think about the whole concept of living with pride and authenticity, what does that mean to you on a personal level, in your personal life?
For the longest time, I was very closeted. And back in Alabama, I was outed, which was not a very bright part of my life. But as a result, for the longest time, I really kept myself, I wasn't as open as I would like to have been. Now, because of the being around more friends and becoming more acceptable by the community, I'm out more, and I can probably be more out than I am right now as the executive director of the Center. I've constantly, being asked to make comments on matters, including the recent decision by the president in coming out and supporting gay marriage, which yesterday was a watermark day. Watershed day for the community, in the sense that for the first time a sitting president has come out and is supporting the rights of same-sex couples to marry. And with all the publicity that has been surrounding it, I have never been any prouder than I have been today, being a gay person and getting the acceptance of the leader of my country, saying, I get it, I understand. So pride to me today has got a whole different concept than it did 24 hours ago.
And as you think about your day-to-day life, and the people you encounter, the things you do, just going about your personal business, in what ways, if any, would you say you have evidence of living with pride and authenticity just in your day-to-day?
It's
existence?
changed so much, Thor. It's used to, how we'd only go to gay bars and we'd only go to gay restaurants. We don't have that anymore. I am just as comfortable going to a straight bar with someone that I'm dating as I am going to a straight restaurant. We've had the churches, for example, were basically segregated. Gays would go to one church, straights go to another. Now, of course, we've always known the gays have always been in the churches, and they wouldn't have the music and all the other stuff. It wasn't. But I think what has happened is we're becoming more accepting of ourselves, and we're becoming out to our friends, our neighbors, our families, our co-workers, and as a result, there's more acceptance on that part. And now, I think what you're going to see in the next decade is a decline of gay-only places or events. I think it's probably going to hurt some of for example, Joy MCC has been having a decline in attendance because a lot of people now are more comfortable going to other churches. They never had that option before. It's the same way with different bars and restaurants here. They have other options now. We have other options.
One of the services that you're providing here at the center is the HIV/AIDS testing 7 days a week, as you said. And as you think about the whole concept of living with pride and authenticity, what are the implications there?
We have still, one of the things I'm still disturbed about is that we have put HIV on the back burner. And too much, we've been seeing in all the magazines, oh, if you're HIV, that's okay, you can climb mountains, you can go surfing, and show these wonderful virile men doing these things. And that's given a false sense of security, not only to the gay community as a whole, but especially to the youth, that they think, oh, I don't need to worry about safe sex. If I get ill or if I become positive, I'll just take a pill and I'll be okay. They don't know the side effects of it. Mm-hmm. Now, one of the things that we've tried to do is we're trying to emphasize that the only way we're ever going to eradicate this damn disease is for people to know their status. And we're open here. It's open to everybody, gay, straight. We don't ask anybody's sexual orientation when they come in to be tested. We don't ask their sexual orientation when they come in for any of the programs we have here because we don't discriminate. Any person is welcome here at the center. We're a community center first. It's just that we have programs that are more geared toward the LGBT community, and it's a safe haven for gays and lesbians to feel comfortable coming here.
As you think ahead to the coming year and things that are on our horizon for this next year, what are you most excited about?
One thing we're excited about is that the Zebra House is moving in across the street from us, so we're going to have a closer connection with the Zebra House and trying to get more involvement with the youth because they are one of the most vulnerable in our community. And the same thing, we're actually expanding our seniors program to the point that we have ignored it. There has not been an LGBT seniors program. We've now got one social group that meets every Thursday, and we've also forming an advocacy group that's going to more or less try to go and find out what are the needs of the seniors, what can we do to help provide assistance to them, because we're going to be there eventually ourselves. And it's kind of selfish on my part because I want to go ahead and get one set up before I reach that point, which is rapidly occurring.
Well, we think about what we're excited about in the coming year. What, if anything, frightens you or concerns you as you look ahead to the coming year?
Politics and the divisiveness of it. This is going to be, even with the president coming out and making his statement in support of gay marriage, it's going to be, I anticipate the next several months, we're going to be the TVs and the media is going to be so filled with hatred and negativity. And a lot of it's probably going to be probably addressed toward the gay marriage issue. And so everybody's got to get thick-skinned on this because we're going to be the targets. There's no doubt about that because as history has shown, there's always whether it be a Willie Horton moment or somewhere that they want the boogeyman out there that gives somebody something to be afraid of. I've got a feeling now that we're probably the target is going to be the gay community. But we've been there before. And we've seen a lot of progress in the last 5, 6, 7 years. I don't anticipate it going back, but I do anticipate that for us to get anything that's worth having, we're going to have to fight and struggle for it. And I think that's what's going to happen in the next few months.
Well, as you know, the name of the site where this is going to be posted is called Pride Counts.
Right.
And to close the interview, I'd like you to finish a sentence for me. Pride counts because
Because pride counts because it's a legacy that's left for our future, for the generations that are coming after us. The pride from our forefathers that fought at Stonewall, that led the fight on HIV, AIDS, especially with ACT UP. They left a legacy to us, and it was a result of their pride of who they were. Our job is to leave a legacy for our future generation, for the young ones coming up now, and let them know it's part of the program of It Gets Better. It does, but we have got to, as a part of our leadership now, and for our, what I consider pride, is to make the world better for the people following us, for the LGBTs that will be coming up 20, 30 years from now. And so they can look back and say, I'm so glad they did this for us. It's made our life better.